And we are live.
We give you the real, like we popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your sixth sense, we back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw, uncut, no taste.
And she talk about me, people. She talk about me. What's going on, man? This is DJ Talented in the building, and this is another show of The Real,
The Raw,
and the
motherfucking Rugged.
Yeah. I am DJ Talented, as you first heard. And to my right, we have...
It's entertainment, y'all. We having a moment.
a big moment. And to my left, we have a very special guest. None other than Miss...
Diana Fahina.
Yeah. Give us some applause for that. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, how was y'all weekend?
The weekend, past weekend was great. The week itself was long. Friday was a good day. For the most part, we had a little glitch, but that's all right. We recovered. That's what we do.
Yes, we make it happen.
We make it happen.
Miss Diana?
Same here. Long week. Looking forward to the rest of this weekend. We're going to make it good.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to make it good.
Actually, my week went by kind of fast. It did.
Really?
Yeah, going to work. I work at night. I do still have a normal job. I work at night, and when I get off, I have to come home and do some work on a film that we just
released on Friday. Yesterday.
And you need to check it out. It's on YouTube under Teresa Entertainment. Check it out.
Brotherly Love.
Yes, that's the name of it. Yeah. So what we sipping on, Miss Entertainment?
What we got? Some Long Island iced teas, thanks to Damon from Men in Coverage.
Yeah. For
introducing us. So shout out to him. We got you. We thinking about you.
That's some good stuff. That's good.
Miss Diana, she said she got the drive.
Yeah.
So we understand.
I know. Somebody got to be sober.
Yeah.
We got some water in the bottle out there. You want some?
And a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Let me get
well, now you.
That's okay.
Right.
That's okay. You're cool. We're good. That's okay, man. A little bit. We're good. I got some in my bag.
Okay.
Got some in my bag.
All right, Miss Entertainment, what we got going on?
I don't know. What do we have going on? Ready?
She's producing. She don't know what's going on.
Let's do it then. All right. All right. Hot topics. First hot topics. Okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but celebrities have recently been publicly commenting on their hygiene habits or lack of. So stars like Taylor Swift, Brad Pitt, Ashton Kutcher reveal that they don't bathe every day. Now, I'm like, who cares? Who cares? Are we so desperate as a society to want to hear everything that goes on behind celebrities, even to the point of them bathing or not to bathe? That is the question.
Well, that's a nasty ass question. Clean your ass. That's nasty. Clean your ass. I don't care if you're a celebrity or just a regular smoke joke. Clean your ass.
I don't even know why they are even. That's the question now to ask Star.
Why people want to know?
Why do they want to know?
That's the nasty shit.
I don't care.
That's the nasty thing about it. If you wanted to know if somebody washed their ass.
I don't care.
Nobody should care.
Nobody should care, but it's just where we are.
Yeah, this society fucked up. Everybody want to know every detail in what's going on with celebrities. No, I don't.
Me neither. I could care less. They're that's normal people like me and you.
Yeah.
They just happen to have a little bit more money.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Quite a bit more. But
yeah, but that's a different story. Mm-hmm. That's a different story. But as far as, I mean, they go through life like we do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they might have a chef and a private masseuse and trainer and all of that stuff. But
They
that
can
doesn't
actually-
make, that doesn't make, you know.
But they can actually pay somebody to bathe them.
Yeah, no thanks.
No.
Not at all.
No thanks.
Like what's that? Coming to America? Where he's sitting in got his personal bathers.
I came to America. I didn't have personal bather. Promise you that.
But that's the going thing. They even asked The Rock that, and he's like, yeah, even sometimes twice a day. But that's the first question they ask. Well, do you bathe every day?
Nigga, what kind of question is that?
That's the
Why do you want to know? If somebody asks me, that's like, how is that going to impact your life?
I have no idea.
I'll probably tell them to smell my ass and see. How
Yeah.
about that?
Tell me what you smell. What I smell like.
That is nasty. That is nasty.
That's crazy. So moving on in hot topics. So in 2008, after Britney Spears' public struggles with mental health, the pop star's father, Jamie Spears, gained legal status as her conservator. You know, basically he was put over her money. So as a result, Spears has been unable to control her own asset for the past 13 years, and she is worth about $60 million. So it's been a campaign of free Britney here lately to force her dad, I guess, to relinquish her money because I guess it was something that she didn't even have an iPad. She couldn't even buy that.
No, she couldn't.
Man, hold on now. I don't care what the situation is. I'm making this money. You finna give me something.
Yeah, but you see, she has the judge's order, not like they deemed her unfit mentally to make any financial decisions. But yet she can go on there and
make money.
Concert and makes millions.
Yeah. She just can't spend
but her pop's gotta control it.
Look here, y'all better cut that off. Cut that off. Cause she ain't been having no issues in the last couple of years.
I know.
Yeah.
So that should have been until she get herself together. Once she got herself together, all her money should be what she want to do with it. Right.
But the judge thinks differently.
See, the law always fucking something up. They are.
I've been reading about this a little bit, and the thing is, like, I don't see any other cases that's similar to this.
That's crazy.
Anywhere. It's like she couldn't even get her own lawyer because they said that she's not mentally fit to retain a lawyer.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But then she can hold a 2-hour concert out there, and
fit
she's fit for that.
That's crazy. As long as she making money, she good. But if she trying to spend it, she can't.
They spend it. They said her mother spent $2 million on maid service.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if she has 60 million and she gives it to her mom 2 million, there's no problem on it. Yeah, to me, is like, what's her father doing? Controlling her money to that point. I mean, he makes like hundreds of thousands of I don't know, it was like $60,000, $160,000 a month that he getting paid for controlling it. I don't know the number, but it was like something
crazy.
Something crazy. And you go like, damn.
So now he ain't trying to give that up. Like,
well, no, he's been doing it for 13 years. Why would he give it up?
Yeah, I ain't trying to get that money up.
That's a golden goose there.
The way he look at that, that's his money.
At this point, yes.
That's the way he's looking at it. This is my money, and I'm going to spend this money how I want it, but you're going to go out there and make it.
Mm-hmm. Keep making me my money. He's the pimp.
You pimping his own daughter. You something big. You don't pimp your own daughter. You wrong, man. You wrong.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's crazy. Can you, if you was in that situation, would you try to get that reversed?
What do you mean? If somebody was taking my money?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like 13 years though. But
she's
I guess
been fighting. Now I think she probably has a chance because her sister is on her side.
Okay. So her sister could not get no money. But
I don't know. It's more to the story than the media says. It's always more to the story.
There should have been a timeline where that thing she had to be reevaluated and before just automatically just.
But no, she was never evaluated.
That's the messed up part.
That's the messed up part. That's crazy.
So.
Well, I got something for y'all then. Let's move on to what would you do?
All right.
What would you?
Okay, so the flip side of that, right? Quentin Tarantino, he's the renowned director worth over $100 million, vowed not to buy his mother nothing with his fortune. She was allegedly berating him and just putting him down, and just because when he was young, basically saying you ain't gonna be nothing, you ain't gonna be shit. So now that he is shit, he said he vowed as a kid that he would never give her shit, and he held on to that vow, and he didn't give her shit.
I can't say yeah or nay on that.
Is that holding a grudge?
That's holding a big ass grudge. All 100 million of them. 'Cause now, when you're young and people say stuff like that to you, that shit sticks with you.
Evidently, it did.
Like with
No, it does.
teachers sometimes they'll tell a kid, well, you ain't never gonna amount to nothing. And if you got, people in society telling you you ain't gonna amount to nothing, and when you do and you show their ass up, then they want to stick their hand out. Regardless of who it is, friends, family, foe.
That brings up
You want to
something.
stick your hand out. Get your damn hand back before I chop the fingers off of you.
Agreed.
Because I like we were talking about before on the last show. I believe our ultimate goal is to be successful, and whatever your particular success is your success. But that's what we all want. But then you have those naysayers, and then all of a sudden they see you blossoming, and then it's like, ooh, girl, ooh, you doing it. Mm-mm.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Can I get on it?
No.
How can I be on?
I want to be down. How so now we're gonna talk about this, but how do you deal with, Diana, with folks that's trying to latch on because they see your success?
You don't keep them on.
Oh, there you go.
You don't.
Drop
You don't
off.
have time. Yeah, you don't have time for that. I mean, you guys know you work so hard, you spend so much time, so much effort. You don't have time for a lot of naysayers in your life. The moment that you're down, you need your friend to pull you up, dust you off, and say, off you go, try it again.
Mhm.
The people that are down when you're down and they're not there, but they're there when you made it, they don't need to be there.
No new friends.
No friend. No old ones. I think some of the old ones. No.
Or family.
Yeah.
Hey, now you don't touched on something right there.
Yeah. 'Cause
Or
you
family.
You got family that just won't do anything for you when you trying to go up. Once
No.
you go up, they want to praise you and, hey, I know you can do it. But why didn't the fuck you say something then when I was down?
Do you remember the candy that I gave you when you were 3 years
Right.
old?
Right.
I want that candy back.
I threw that damn candy away. How about that?
And it's worth $3 million.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But that was his thing. He's like he wanted to reiterate that parents' perception or their words stick with those kids, and be mindful of what you say to your kids and how you say to your kids. You should always lift them up. And it's like he's helped his mother, but he hasn't bought her a house. He ain't bought her a car. He said he have to get out of debt or something to that. But
He helped her.
he helped her a little bit, but not as much as he would have if she would have been a supporter. And then now in the press, she said, "Oh, I'm so proud of him. He's a blah 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 blah."
Yeah, because they see that as a money ticket. They see once you get to your status and you making money or whatever the case may be, they see you as not a help, but they see you as a getaway. I can get away from this life that I'm living because this one that made this money. I can go to this next step.
Right. You have children.
Mhm.
You were there for her since the day she was born. Did you ever remember yourself telling her, you're not going to make it?
Never. Would never say that.
Exactly.
Right.
Would never say that.
Exactly. You're not going to tell your kid things that you know are not right for them. But if they have a dream, by golly, you're going to support that dream to the best of your ability.
I agree. Now, and I had a conversation with someone about this, for our kids and their dreams. It's like their dreams are their dreams. We have to step back and allow them to make their own path,
Yes.
regardless of, because, my daughter, she got into Brown, which
Hmm.
is Ivy League. And I was like, but she's like, Like, what? You want to go where? Kalamazoo. Okay, are you sure? Because she got into Florida State, she got into UGA, she got into all
Right.
these great universities, but she's like, no, that's not where I want. I don't feel that. And it's like, okay, all right. So where we going? Now you do know your mama don't like cold, so so it's unless it's an emergency, I ain't coming up here during the winter. I'll be up here during the summer. But regardless, I was right there supporting her dreams, and moving her forward. And then because of her relationship with the Western Michigan University, she established a relationship with University of Chicago, which is on the top 10 universities in the United States.
You see, that's how that goes.
Top 10
you
of
gotta
all the
let-
the University of Chicago is right there in that top 10. And she got a full ride.
Well, that's a good thing. We can't always expect our kids to want what we want or what we want for them. We got to expect them to do
What's best for them.
They want, what they see that they're gonna grow.
Different generations, because I talked about this before. My generation is, you go to work, you go to the military, you go to work, you go to. There was even college was not even part of when I was growing up. That wasn't even part of the aspirations. You either go to work or you go to the military. That was it. You only had two choices.
You see, my choice was, since I was little, you're going to college. There's no if, ands, and buts.
That's nice.
Well, I mean, it was free in my country. You just had to work hard to get accepted, because there is a limited number of people that got accepted. So it was different. But there was not like, oh no, you're going to college. There's no questions.
No choice.
No, there was no questions.
Well, let's move on and get on to you then. So, because I'd love to hear this story. Ready?
All right.
All right. This is just segment. Let's talk about it. And we have Miss Diana Fahim in the studio.
Yay!
Now, you have an accent, so tell us a little bit about you. You're from
Albania.
Albania.
It's a small country in the Balkans. It is on the Adriatic and Ionian Sea, so it's like on east part of Italy, and it's sandwiched between Serbia now and Greece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tiny country, small, about 3 million people, but beautiful, beautiful. So I grew up during now people laugh, but what it was like the communism era.
Mm-hmm.
So until I was in college, we were with the socialism regime and all of that stuff. But it's quite different.
Right. So when did you come here to America?
I came here in 1996 to do my master's in electrical engineering.
Okay.
And after that, I got an offer from Alcatel. I couldn't say no. So they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I started working for them. Then I moved to T-Mobile and I met my dear husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here. That's my home.
So you originally came there to Georgia, or were you somewhere
No,
else?
I came to Arkansas. Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That was a big change.
Girl, that was the biggest culture shock. I mean, mind you, the people that kind of sponsored or helped me to come here was the gentleman is an emeritus professor and she is a psychology professor.
Mm-hmm.
So I when I was back home, I was trying to get my master's somewhere in Europe. I didn't even think about America. I was like, nah. I was trying to go Germany or France or somewhere in, you know, in Europe. He looked at me and he goes like, "You're not gonna do it." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "You're not gonna make it. You're not the hoe. Your dad doesn't have money, and you're not part of the government." It took him 3 weeks in Albania to figure out the system. So I said, "You can do all the tests you want."
And who said this then?
The American gentleman,
Wow.
Mr. Scanlon, he looked at me straight in the eyes. He was like, "Don't bother. You're not going to pass that." I was like, "What do you mean?" Nope, I didn't.
Okay.
So then his wife called me like a couple of weeks later and she said, "Okay, I got a proposition for you." It's like, "Okay, you can come and do your master's here. You stay with us." I was like, "God damn." It's like, "You can think about it." It's like, "No, I thought about it." Yes.
Yes, real quick.
Yes. So that's how I came here, and I spent 2 wonderful years with them. Wonderful years. They basically set me up for this country and made it a lot easier. They showed me, because I mean, the way of living, the way the society works, and everything is different.
Mhm.
So they basically helped me buy a car, get the insurance, open the bank accounts, and told me what to do and what not to do, and just like they do to their own children.
Okay.
And I mean, they did forever, because they set me on a right path, I would say. If I would compare even with my husband, I didn't have to make as many mistakes to learn
Mhm.
because they showed me.
They
And
gave
I
you that
think,
foundation.
right. And I think that's an invaluable lesson to whoever comes in this country first. It doesn't matter how much college they have and where they come from, they're going to go through a rough patch.
Now, speaking of that, because being an African American woman growing up here in the South, uh, I definitely know challenges, put it like that. And being that you came from another, sometimes I would be honest, sometimes I get so engrossed into what's happening to us as African Americans, I forget. Sometimes it's a painful reminder that there are others that go through challenges too, being in this country. So
There are a lot more.
yeah, because with that massacre of the Asian community, it's like, oh my God, and then they start talking. It's like I did not know that they get racism, towards them.
Oh, Teresa, let me tell you something that I mean, compared to other foreigners,
Mhm.
I consider myself very lucky. With that said, but when I first came, and mind you, I came knowing English. I spoke English since I was 11 years old, and I taught private English classes back home.
Mhm.
So I knew English.
Mhm.
So I come in the country, and the first thing they tell me is like, "Oh, you talk funny." It's like, "Yes, because I speak the Queen's language. I don't speak the Southern. Gonna give me a minute right now."
Country.
Right, you gotta give me a minute. And they were. I had so much people say, "Oh, you have an accent. Where are you from? Where is that? Oh, do you guys have cars? Do you guys have insurance? Do you guys eat people?" I had one of the people.
Somebody asked you that?
Yes, they said, "Are you from Africa?" It's like, "Do I look like African?" Really? You're a professor. Are you joking now? And I was like, "Well, are your people cannibals?" It's like, "Yeah, if you don't shut up, I might eat you." Before you open your mouth, go and check the geography book. Where is this damn country?
That's crazy. Now, on top of that, your husband is Egyptian.
Yes, ma'am. He is a Coptic Egyptian, which is Christian Egyptian. So that makes him a minority there.
So that's even more stacked on top.
Right. I mean, it's for here. I mean, you're a Christian. You're in your own country. it's different. But
Mhm.
when you go there, it's a completely different story. And especially with somebody and I had, like, say, my uncle and my aunt, they are green card winners. They came here 17 years ago. I remember their struggle when they first came. They spoke no word of English.
Mhm.
It was hard because you even want to ask where CVS is. I need medication for headache.
Mhm.
You don't know how. Nobody understands around you.
Right.
You don't drive. You have no car. You don't speak the language. It's hell.
Yeah.
And you have no family. Because, I mean, as African American, I know you've gone through all sorts of,
Bullshit.
yes. But at the same time, you could pick up a phone and call your cousin or your mom or your sister or somebody
Mhm.
that you can vent. If nothing else, you can just let it out. When I first came, it was $4 a minute to call Albania. I had no venting, girl. It's like,
You're like, hey, I'm here. Click.
basically, live for this week. Call back next week.
Hot back.
$4 a minute? Come on, man. So you feel so alone. So alone. And you literally are alone.
Right.
And coming from a country that we're not that many to begin with.
Yeah. There's more in Atlanta alone. You said 3 million.
3 million, the whole damn country. So,
Yeah, it's about 7
so the chances that you're gonna meet another one that speaks your language are not very high.
Right.
Right.
So it compounds. The problems and the issues compound. And but what I can say is, like, most of the foreigners, the immigrants that they come in this country, they do a lot better than they ever would have done in their original country.
Okay.
Because I think you just dig deep and the perseverance comes out, because you're gonna make it or you're gonna die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
There's
have a
no
choice.
other, you don't have a choice. I mean, you may do 2, 3 jobs, whatever it is, to make ends meet, like everybody else does. But if they were in their country, they're not gonna do no 2, 3 jobs. They're gonna do a job,
Mhm.
and they're gonna go to their cousin, have dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
But here, there's no cousin.
I definitely feel you on that. Being prior military and spending time overseas, I always said that is the test of who you are, and even a marriage, because here we get comfortable because you got outlets, you got your family, you got all those. But when you go over there, it's just you, and you got to figure it out.
And you know exactly what I mean. Store closes at 6 o'clock. You better have bread before 6, before it closes.
Hell, in Germany, it's like long. It closes at noon. It had to be long weekend
But
before
you
they close
see-
at 4.
Yeah, I mean, now it's different. But when
But yeah.
that's, you know what I mean? It's
You
like,
have to make it. You have to
Right.
make it work.
to me, it's like, I was like, 24/7 Walmart.
What is
Really? What is this? Who goes at 12 o'clock at night at the store? What do they want at 12 o'clock at night at the store?
Less people.
I know. It's like, but
You
yeah,
may
that
get a register open. Maybe.
you see, but that's part of that culture. But
Yeah.
the only thing that I would say that it's different, and this is my home. I consider America my home through and through, and I'm very proud to be American. God, I mean, my mom says, like, people that manage to live in this country are chosen by God. They don't know how blessed they are.
Mhm.
And I truly believe it.
I agree.
So it's a different story. The only thing that I don't find here is that the sense of community. Like, there, people finish work around 3, 4, whatever, especially in the summer. By 6, everybody's out. Sitting in the cafe, have an espresso, have a beer, talk to your friends, and spend hours, which I think is therapeutic.
Mhm.
Here, we go home, we sit in front of TV, and stew all the anger that we accumulated during the day.
Or on the computer,
Or
on the phone.
something.
Yeah.
But it's like, when I meet you, an hour that I sit with you, it makes me feel better because we share whatever struggles we have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good. It's you check your mindset where you're at, and a real true friend will tell you with no sugarcoating if you're right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I miss here, because people have they don't have the courage to tell you flat out that you're wrong.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Are people so sensitive when you do tell them? They're like, oh.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, you're not political. It's like, what political? We are friends. What political correct should I follow up? If you don't want to hear it, don't ask me.
Yes, we've had conversation about Diana. Now, we might want to soften that when we was at work. She's like, why? And you talking about me.
She bad over there.
That one right there. You talking about somebody that's truly straightforward. I had to learn to try and, sugarcoat stuff because I got beat up.
Yeah, but I come from a country that they'll tell you.
Right.
They'll tell you straight in your face.
Mm.
It's like, oh, you gain weight. What's up with you? And you go like, how's that your problem?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, you open the door and it's like, hey, what's up with you? And you go,
Can you
Really?
say hi? How you doing?
I mean, I had that when my dad passed in 2008, my next door neighbor. I have not seen that woman in 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
First thing she says, open the door. She's like, oh, what happened to you? I was like, that's what happened, married and 2 children. It's like, nice to see you too. I was like, oh, condolences for your father. It's like, thank you. It's like, if that happens in this country, you go like,
Close the door.
Yeah.
but that's just normal. So it's you just learn. People will tell you exactly what they think when they see you. They don't have to think about it. That, oh, what's going on behind the scenes? It's there.
So what made you kind of pivot into real estate?
My second daughter was born, and T-Mobile at that time requested me to move to New Jersey.
Alcoholic over there. But go ahead.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know either. So we kind of looked at the prices and everything, and I was like, that's not worth it. I mean, the amount of time, how the industry is demanding, and it's like, okay, no, I'm gonna quit. I can't do this. If you cannot do a good job, you just don't do the job.
Mm-hmm.
So I quit. And then when we bought the first house, we changed like 6 realtors. And I was told, you can't do it. No engineer can be a realtor. It's like, you got to learn something. You never, ever, ever tell an engineer you cannot do it.
So we don't tell you that you cannot do
Right.
No,
any I know you gonna do it.
And I did it. So, and then to me, it's like, if you look at, like, they say, oh, it's a realtor. It's like, what does it take to be a good realtor? You just got to listen what people are looking for, not what you think they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You got to they know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They know how much they can afford because they're going to make the payment.
Right.
You're there to support and defend their interest, to use your expertise so then they can get the best deal possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see it. I'm just a vehicle to make the transaction easier and less painful. Basically, because I truly believe in buying a home, it's not a realtor that's going to find your home. Especially nowadays, everything is online.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you see it before I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to use me not to write that contract. It's like to find those little items that I've seen in like 16 years of experience that might hurt you because you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the benefit of a good realtor comes in. When you write a contract, do you need home warranty? Do you need this? And reading the inspection, it's like an important thing. And as an investor, I would know just looking at the inspection, I know what's going to cost because I've been there. And if you are a first time home buyer, you don't know.
Right.
Not because you're dumb, you just haven't done it.
Right.
So you got to treat them no matter the amount of it. I think you got to treat each transaction as is the biggest investment that these people are going to make in their life. If it is 100 or 1,000,000, it's their castle. Treat it as such.
So what has been your biggest challenge in being in this real estate business? Because you own property too.
Mhm.
So what would you think would be your biggest challenge
Today, knowing that the properties are being sold now are overpriced. Because, I mean, yes, people will tell me it's the demand. And if there is demand, that's, the price of a property will be whatever the buyer is willing to pay. But there's a lot of investors, not the real home buyers. So I'll give you an example. Last month, I put a home that for sale. It sold with multiple offers within 24 hours.
Wow.
Right? The same home in January, I could not have sold for more than $335. Same home, same place. It sold for $415.
Wow.
Cash.
Okay.
So the real buyers, they made a full price offer. The investors came on top of it. So I think it is inflating the market because it's not allowing people actually buy a home.
To get their home.
Right. Because I can't blame the sellers. I mean, if you have somebody that comes above asking price in cash, of course you're going to go with it.
Like, thank you.
Yes. I mean, but at the same time, I look at the buyers, the teachers, and the whoever is trying to buy a home. And if it is me, I would say, you're never gonna make that much money to bridge the gap. You're paying more than it's actually worth it.
So you're never gonna get that money back.
You're not. And if the market adjusts itself, which I think it should, it's just hard. It's heartbreaking to see that you helped XYZ buy a home, and then all of a sudden in 6 months it's not gonna be worth it that much.
Yeah, they're just gonna be stuck with it. So
right.
Or they're gonna have to wait till something else happens.
Right. So yeah, but these are, that's why I tell all my buyers, at least, personally, I say, if you don't have to buy, wait a couple of months. If you don't have to, I mean, you always can buy.
True.
Please. I mean, if you say don't care, I want to buy it, I'll take you. Don't worry about it. But for my clear conscience, I need to tell you.
What has been the most rewarding then?
I think the most rewarding is the moment that you see that first-time home buyer closing on the home and opening the door the first time as a homeowner. It's a joy in the face that just, I can't find words to describe it. It's really rewarding. Seeing people being so happy, and it's like, and most of them work so hard to get the down payment or this and that, and it's a long journey. And that's the top of it. That's the beauty of it.
How do you get your customer base here? And because real estate is not as easy as people
it's not
think it is. We have the TV shows and whatever, but it's not easy. I tried it for a split second.
Right, but it's not easy, especially if you're not from here and then you don't have a base that will support you. It's very hard to start. It's very hard to start and succeed. But personally, me, I've been more concentrated on quality than quantity. I'd rather have 2 transactions that I know I'll do an excellent job because these people are going to refer me.
Mhm.
So all my work, all my transactions are all referral based.
So you don't even have to advertise.
No, I don't.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that's
I-
the good stuff right there.
I don't advertise because I mean it's. But if you get like 15 people from the advertisement and you don't put the time, they're not gonna call you back.
Mhm.
And if you do 3 or 4 and you do an excellent job, you definitely gonna get from
Another
their
one?
family and friends and whoever they know, then you're gonna be their go-to person.
So that's a different concept or a different way of looking at it. Is quality versus quantity because everybody's trying to get paid. So I was like, I need all these people, so I can get this money. But you're right. If you're spreading yourself too thin, will you have repeat customers or referrals?
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta be honest with people. People understand. They do understand very well what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to tell them what's going on flat out. Put it there on the table. This is what it is.
What would
Don't-
be your advice for anybody trying to get into being a realtor?
Don't be discouraged. Try all the venues that you can. And if you get one sale, just concentrate. Do like a give 190%, 200% of it.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure that my thing is like when you go to the closing table, I want to have a handshake at the end between the seller and the buyer. I want them to talk. I want the seller to tell the buyer, here's this light turns this on. Things that it's going to take time for my buyer to know.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to, take a sweet, take something so they can share something together.
Mhm.
And when they look back, they'll be like a good experience.
Right.
Not like, God damn it, I'm done with this. Thank God. Don't want to hear about this anymore.
Yeah, because a lot of them be talking about that paperwork. There's so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're getting paid well. Why are you talking about stuff? Where is that other job that you work for a month or month and a half,
Mhm.
and then you get that much money?
Yeah.
Honestly, you really need to be grateful for it. They have a million to call. They called you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All righty. So we're gonna move on to crazy in the news.
All right.
Headphones out, bro.
All righty. Wow, Miss Diana, get her phone back together.
Sorry.
We're gonna move on to crazy in the news. So, there was a nurse in Germany that has been accused of giving people a saltwater saline instead of the vaccine because she does not believe in the vaccine. So we talked about, the vaccine briefly, but if you wanted a vaccine and then somebody that you trusted or thought was giving you the vaccine did not give it to you, I mean, what are your thoughts about that? That's kind of
I think she should go to jail. For the simple fact is, whatever you was giving me was not what was medically supposed to be given. And for two, what if whatever it was did some harm to some of them people?
it's supposed to be just like salt water, but it did not protect them because there's this controversy of it's not FDA approved, in which it has been given a emergency approval, but to go through all the steps, it takes time. It's nothing is going to be done overnight, especially when you're talking about the government.
Right.
So
How did she decide to go with it? I mean, where she got that information?
it's her, girl, who knows? It's her own thing, and she's like nobody should be vaccinated. So, but she's a nurse, so she has to do it. So she was giving them not the vaccine; she was giving us the salt solution.
You see, they did that to my brother in Italy.
That's crazy.
They did it to my brother back in March. They told him, okay, we'll have like so many vaccines, it's 60 euros. So they rallied like 500 of them. They went, paid the money. And then I told him, it's like, when you're gonna take the second? What it was it? It's like, I think it was Pfizer. It's like, then you have to take it within 3 to 4 weeks. 2 months later. So he went back to the nurse and said, oh no, that was a trial. It's like, trial of what? So they gave him saline.
Wow.
I was like, you paid 60 euros for a saline shot? Dude, come on. It's like, I thought I was taking Pfizer.
That is crazy. But it's going to be people just getting over. And then now they got the booster shot, and the booster, the insurance is not paying for it. You have to pay for that yourself.
How much is that?
I don't know how much, but that's what they're saying is insurance, because it's like it's nothing saying that you have to get it unless your immune system is already compromised. So just a regular person with healthy immune system, you can't get the booster shot. But if you want it, they're gonna charge you for it. Thank you very much.
It's gonna be a ridiculous price.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much is it.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Ridiculous. It's about $200, $300.
Well, I don't know. Could be even more because we still talking about insurance.
Pretty much.
We still talking about insurance
Not being able to use your insurance.
and not being able to use your insurance for it. So
That sucks, girl.
sucks. All right, we're gonna move on to. All right, what you should watch. So, Mary J. Blige's My Life documentary on Netflix is as she's talking about her career, her love life with Casey from Jodeci, and the ups and downs. It was a Starfield documentary where they was giving their interactions and their weigh in on the experiences with Miss Mary J. Blige. Stars like Puffy and the R&B producer Chucky Thomas, who was instrumental behind her album My Life, which personally I think was one of her best albums. Very good documentary. I definitely advise everybody to check it out. Mary went through some shit. She went
How
through
long
some,
is that documentary?
I think it was maybe about 2 hours.
Okay.
It wasn't long, but it was good. It was good. So it was definitely just to learn more about her and her struggles, of depression and everything else. Because like we was talking, just because you got more money, they still are people. They still go through their shit. They can still go through
Actually, they
things.
go through shit that we don't.
That's true. They go through more because now they're in the public eye.
Yeah.
Everyone now with social media, everybody got an opinion.
See, people don't want to know if you bathe or not. People want to know if they do.
Right.
So,
So it's just they go through a lot more stress because now they got all this money on the line, and then how you keep that and keep going, and you get that I guess uh, that feeling that the whole world loves me, and then I think they said that's a real high when you walk on that stage and everybody's shouting your name and blah blah blah. That's a real high, and they always constantly trying to almost like crack, trying to get that high again.
top it. Yeah.
Crazy.
So, but yes, I would recommend taking a look at it. It was pretty good.
I got another what you should watch.
What?
Brotherly Love by Teresa.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. You're right. Y'all, it's on YouTube. It will be a part 2, but y'all got to check it out. Like one of the comments, the guy said we had him scream at screen. He was yelling at the screen because he's like, no. So yes, got to check that out. Brotherly Love.
Y'all, that was a great premiere.
Thank
That
you.
was an awesome one.
All right, we're gonna move on.
All right.
All right, did you know? So this segment we celebrate and acknowledge African American and their contribution to making this country great. February is Black History Month, but we celebrate Black history on our show every week. So today we're going to celebrate. There we go, Mr. Chucky Thompson. Did I say that right? Yeah. Hip hop and R&B producer. Thompson was a member of the Bad Boy Hitmen team of in-house producers during the 1990s, and he worked with the Bad Boy mogul himself, Mr. Sean Puffy Combs. He worked with many artists and produced such albums as, like we just talked about, Mary J. Blige, My Life, The Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die, Faith Evans, Faith, Nas, One Mike, and that's just to name a few. So he recently passed away at the age of 53 from COVID complications. So today, Chucky Thomas, we remember and salute you for your contributions to making this country great. So rest in heaven. Let's see. As we talking about, that COVID stuff, that stuff is real. So, I take my chances with the vaccine versus without the vaccine. That's just me.
Same here.
Everybody got their own thing, and I respect, whichever decision you make. But I'm gonna take my, I'm gonna take my chances.
Give me the shot. Come on, give me the shot.
Yeah, give me the shot. So we're gonna move on to. Back in the day, so Mary J. Blige, My Life, that album, this album was released in November 1994. Just about every song on that whole album was a banger. I played that song, that whole album, many times when we had CDs.
Yes.
Just put that thing on repeat.
I know. Let it be.
Just let it play. These particular lyrics from the My Life song itself, down and out, crying every day, don't know what to do or to say. If you looked into my life and you see what I see, those lyrics really spoke to me. And I would say that album or that song was the catalyst to my memoir book, Articles of Life, a collection of short memoir essays of managing life. But it is the truth, though. It is the truth because that just really looking at getting into those lyrics and going back and just looking at my own life, and if people really knew the things that I've been through, then they would understand why I am the way I am. So that's always, if you could see what I have seen, those are my things. So
Yeah.
that album, that song
Brought back all
was a lot
coming
of
back
memories.
to you.
Yep. It played a big part in that book. It really was a catalyst for that book.
Me that have read the book, I can concur to that.
That was definitely the catalyst to that book. All right. We're going to go ahead on and get to our last segment. So blow this shit out. So blow this shit out is our last segment where we just reflect on whatever has been just on your mind and you just want to blow that shit out. You want to
Was
you just want to just blow it out, just let it be. So I would say mine was, yesterday we released the movie short and remake of Brotherly Love, which has been a journey. I'm glad of the journey. And I am definitely glad to have taken this journey with my husband and my friends and my supporters. I just appreciate everyone just for being there. So today I am talking to you as Teresa Edwards and not the president of the Real As People Society. Asshole. So great job to the cast, to everyone that supported, and a special shout out to all those haters. Because without you constantly looking for something just to say or to tear down, you really make me stronger. Thank you.
That's good, girl. Shout out to the haters.
Shout out to the
I
haters.
like that one.
That's such a. I even gave him shout out in my book. Thank you, because I needed y'all. Y'all was instrumental.
Every one of you knows who you are and where you at.
I was instrumental in making me who I am and just grind as hard as I do. So, any last thoughts, Miss Diana?
No, girl, I'm just very proud of you guys. You're doing so well. And I told you before we started, I can bust with pride. It's just awesome to see a friend that have, her dream come true. It's wonderful.
You know what? I can't do without now my supporters and my friends. Y'all my anchors.
Oh, girl.
Y'all are my anchors. Now
it's
the
just
haters,
awesome.
yeah, y'all give me that drive. But my anchors, those are my family, my supporters, and my friends. My true friends.
And we love you, girl.
Love you too, girl.
We love you, girl. Look at you, it's like, oh, you two are having a moment. It's like, he's jealous.
So DJ Townsend, any last thoughts before you take us out?
Yeah, I don't get a haters any shine.
Oh, I
The hell
get
with them. Look, I don't give them any shine. The hell with them.
The hell with
If you
them.
wasn't there when we started this journey, the hell with you. I'm only looking towards those that are in the corner, those that are. You can even give just a word of encouragement, and that makes me go even harder. Not the haters, but the ones that's really there trying to get you to that next step. And also ourselves, because we did this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout for part 2, 3, 4. It's all gonna end to make you guess what's going on to the next one.
Because truth be told, 2 and 3 are already written.
Yes, you already got it written.
Those are already written.
Suspense.
Yes, we just got to shoot it.
Yeah, and that one that was screaming at the screen, you're gonna scream even harder for the second part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very hard.
Because Queen coming hard, Mama coming hard, everybody coming hard.
Everybody coming with it. Everybody.
You see, now I'm speechless. I have no word to say because I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for part 2 now.
People gonna be dropping off like flies, right?
Oh yeah, what's gonna be happening?
Yeah.
I have to kill them off, but
Girl.
we'll leave it as that.
It'd be like that one movie. Was it Johnny Depp? No, it wasn't Johnny Depp. It was the dude that the serial killer killed his wife and she was pregnant, and he was like, "What's in the box?"
Which one is that?
It wasn't Tom Cruise. It wasn't Johnny Depp. Brad Pitt.
You talking about 7?
Yeah. When at the end he was like, "What's in the box?"
I don't remember him saying all that, but I do remember 7,
Yeah.
where the serial killer killed his wife and left her,
Mm-hmm.
shook the head to him.
Oh, God.
What's in the box? All right, but anyway. Again, I'm gonna give Miss Entertainment this. This is her favorite button.
Give that to your damn self.
We'll give that to you.
Give that to your damn self.
This button has her name on it, Miss Entertainment. So whenever I hit that button, you know she done did something wrong.
Well, they can't hear it. But yeah, go ahead. Let's close this out.
But anyway, this has been another show of The Real,
The Raw,
and the Motherfucking Rugged. And we also had special guest, Miss Diana.
Yay!
Yay!
Applause.
Yay!
Yeah. Check us out. Okay, enough applause. All right. Check us out on YouTube at The Real, Raw, and Rugged. Also, check us out on Live 365 under Terradome Entertainment Radio. We are always on at 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
Replay on Fridays at 6.
Yes, we play on Fridays at 6. What she said. Now, any way of getting in contact with you ladies?
Yes. How do we get in contact with you, Miss Diana?
Phone number.
You might not want to get that out there.
Of course, I was not going to look at you.
Okay.
It's like, of course not, man.
You have some of them stalkers that be looking and just want to
Dude,
Yeah.
no, but how do you know that's a real number?
What's your
They
social
gonna try.
media?
Yeah, my social media. Well, no, I don't do a lot. As I told you, I don't advertise. So my mail. If you need to get a hold of me, just my mail. So I don't get on the social media or anything. I'll put the email on your webpage so they can contact me.
Okay. Well, we can
So-
advertise you as once you be a sponsor.
Absolutely, girl. So
Amen.
Oh, you got us up there.
Okay. So yes, and what Miz Entertainment is at MIZZENTATL. DJ Talented.
Mine is DJ Talented. 1. The 0 is not a 0. Well, it's not a O. It's a 0.
So dumb.
you gotta go do it again, man.
It's so
It's
crazy.
DJ Talented. 1 with a 0, not the O.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
all right, you ready, man?
Yeah, we gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna see y'all on next Saturday at 12 p.m.
And we have Miss Sister JJ coming through.
Yes, Miss JJ, Sister JJ.
All right.
All right, we go.
We give you the real, like you popping a red pill.